my very first episode of Top 10. Today, as you can tell from the title, it's going to be my top 10 fast food restaurants in America. Only thing to take into consideration that you have to know is that here in Indianapolis, I'm really only considering stuff that you can find in Indianapolis or in the greater area of the suburbs and stuff like that. So, like Cane's obviously won't be there because we don't have any Cane's in Indiana, and other little restaurants like that. There will also be no pizza exclusive places. I'm going to have a separate video for my top 10 favorite pizza places, as well as places like Steak and Shake, like fast food that you can go sit in and you're served on. I'm not considering those as well. So it's going to be strictly the ones you see, and you'll see the common theme. This is not based on, statistics of the restaurant that other people have provided. It's not based on sales. It's not based on what a restaurant does to the community. It's purely based on my opinion and what makes the restaurant the best. So let's get right into it. All right, so coming in at number 10, we have White Castle. Kind of a weird one to throw it in because I'm not a fan of their sliders or their beef. I'm just a huge fan of their chicken rings and their fries. I think their fries are amazing. They used to have red cream soda. Now they have the Coke Freestyles, which I'm totally against because those taste terrible. But I still put it at number 10 because it's by far one of my favorite places to go. They have great fries, great chicken rings, and typically they have pretty good service. They do take kind of long, and it's also pretty cheap. So you don't have to spend a lot of money just to get a little meal. All right, so coming in at number 9, we have Subway. I would say Subway's food is okay. I eat Subway a lot because it's cheap and it's really convenient. It's probably the closest restaurant to my, or fast food restaurant to my house. It's like right across from my neighborhood. So super easy to get to, cheap food, and the quality doesn't taste bad at all. I don't really know anything about their quality, but it's not bad. They're usually never busy. Sometimes the service can be bad, but I would say most of the time it's fine. And there's everywhere. They're like kind of like McDonald's. Like Subway and McDonald's are just everywhere, and because of that, it's just like the most convenient for people to eat, and you don't have to pay that much either. So that's why it goes at number 9. All right, so coming in at number 8, we have Dairy Queen. I wouldn't say Dairy Queen's food is like top tier by any means, but the fact that you can get like a Blizzard or like ice cream or ice cream cake, and then their variety of food is actually pretty good. And it's I would say it's good, lower tier of the full tier of fast food. I would also say Dairy Queen is like relatively cheap and pretty fast as well. And for most of them, they all pretty good service. I've only had a few bad encounters as a whole through Dairy Queen. So coming in at number 7 is Sonic, which there aren't that many of them, especially not in Indianapolis. I don't know if it's technically actually in Indianapolis. My dad lives near one, but that would be in Plainfield, I think. Brownsburg, Avon. They're like in the suburbs of Indianapolis, but they're pretty good. Their smoothies also smack, and their desserts are really good. So, and their service is good. It's not too expensive. So I put that at my number 7. All right, so at number 6, we have Rally's, and Rally's is really cheap, but it's really good, especially if you're really hungry. They're also open 24/7. They're open on Christmas. They're open on New Year's. They're open on New Year's Eve. I think they're open 24/7. They're open super late. I've been at like 2 a.m. on Christmas night because I'm just hungry. So it's spectacular. There's no place to eat, which kind of sucks. But it's cheap and they're fast and it's super convenient. Also, Rally's is also called Checkers in other places that doesn't have Rally's. So it's the same thing now. So number 5, as you could probably guess, has to be Taco Bell. Taco Bells are probably just as convenient as McDonald's. They're everywhere. They're cheap. At least the ones I go to are pretty fast. Only thing I eat there is cheese quesadillas, so I can't really put them much higher than 5. But I do smack on their cheese quesadillas and nachos quite often. They do have Pepsi products, which kind of sucks because the only good thing is Mountain Dew, but they do have Baja Blast, and their desserts smack. Their service is not good, but the desserts are spectacular. And at number 4, unfortunately it's not number 5, but it's Five Guys.
I was kind of iffy on putting it in my top 10, but I would say Five Guys meat and buns and fries are good enough to put in the top 10, although you can't just drive through a drive-through, and it's kind of inconvenient to have to like order as a pickup. I know they do DoorDash and Grubhub, but still, I don't count that as fast food, or else I would do any food. But I would say their meat, their buns, their fries, their service is all pretty good. I also didn't put it any higher because just the price of it is really expensive for fast food. I mean, pay like $30 for like 2 people to eat, so that's not really good. When it comes to fast food, you can go get 5 pizzas for $30. So yeah, Five Guys is number 4, not number 5. That's why.
All right, so coming in at number 3 is probably what everybody thought would be number 1, unless you know me. Number 3 is actually McDonald's. I'm okay with McDonald's. I don't think it's good food, but when you're hungry, when you're hungry, food's food, and when you're hungry, McDonald's is good. McDonald's is also really cheap, and that's kind of why it's not number 1, it's number 3, because their service is bad, but you pay for bad service. Like, you're not paying 89 cents for a hamburger because you expect to have good service. We expect your french fries to be perfect every time. McDonald's is extremely inconsistent, but it's very convenient and very cheap. And as a college student or as someone who doesn't have a real job, McDonald's is just a great place to go. And that's why I put it at number 3, just because I don't feel like it doesn't deserve to be any lower, but I wouldn't say it deserves to be any higher because their service and their quality of their food is so inconsistent that it can't even be considered as first or second. So that's the reason why. All right, so coming in at number 2, we actually have Wendy's. Most people probably thought that McDonald's was going to be number 1 or 2, but it hit the number 3 spot because Wendy's, I felt like, deserved number 2. I never really ate Wendy's until my roommate and I went there a couple months ago, and I was like, oh my god, this is actually really amazing. It's probably better than McDonald's. I think their burger, their meat is really good. Their buns are amazing, and their fries are great. And I think the reason I chose Wendy's over McDonald's is honestly because every time I go to Wendy's, like, the service is so good. Like, I've been to like Wendy's in like kind of like badder parts of Indianapolis, and then I've been in like really nice parts of Carmel, and like it's consistently really nice service and like fast and efficient. Like, one time I was in Carmel and they messed up my order, and I walked over there and I was like, I can't have cheese in this. Is there any way you can remake it? They were so apologetic, and they like gave me my whole order again, and it's completely unnecessary. But I just appreciate Wendy's. I think it's great, and I would honestly say it's probably better than McDonald's aside from the convenience of it, because they're not as close as McDonald's typically are. Alright, so obviously, if you're watching this video, you probably know who I am, and you probably know me well, so you know that Chick-fil-A had to be number 1. Most of you know that I'm kind of a Chick-fil-A whore. Like, I'll go to Chick-fil-A as much as possible. I probably go 5 or 6 times a week. I have no problem with their prices. I think it's fair. I mean, it's an upper class style fast food restaurant that charges more for their food, but their quality of food is a lot better, and as well as you pay for really good service. And just everything about Chick-fil-A is just so convenient to you. I mean, you can order online. The points are super easy to get. You can get them back. I have like 2,700 points that I can get anything on the menu with those points. So that's just amazing to me. And I don't know how you're not surprised that it's Chick-fil-A, because obviously Chick-fil-A is going to be number 1, because Chick-fil-A is my all-time favorite. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time on the next top 10.